Hi, I'm Marius from MWest Photography, and in this video I'm going to show you how to set up your Cactus V6 flash transceivers. Okay, so I've got two other V6s right here, and they are going to power two different brands of flashes. So I've got the Nikon SB910 speedlight, and I've also got the Canon speedlight, the 430EX. Okay, so the nice thing about the V6 is I can use different brands of flashes, and I can mix them all together and take some awesome pictures. Okay, so the first thing, before I show you all the settings, we need to attach everything. So just open the clip at the back. It's going to open, or it's going to unlock the little foot it's on. Just take that out. And then attach that to your camera. And then you take another Cactus V6. I'm just going to leave them on the little legs for now. I'm not going to put them on a light stand. You just slip it into the hot shoe and just lock your flash in place. That's the Nikon SB910, and you have also got the Canon 430. Just lock that in place as well. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run, say, the Nikon on group A, and I'm going to run the Canon on, say, group B. You can now have another flash running group C and also group D. What's nice about this, the buttons are right here on the side, A, B, C, D. And then when you use the units, I can say, right, I want to have only group A to fire or only group B to fire. You can turn them on from the camera. I just use the buttons right here while I'm shooting, and I choose the different groups that I want to have active, which is awesome. And then from the different groups, I can adjust the power levels for each specific group. And again, mixing all the different brands of flashes together. Okay, so now let's have a look at setting up all the units and assigning the different profiles to the different flashes. Okay, when we set up our first flash, the Nikon SB910, I'm first going to turn on the Cactus V6. So at the back here, there's a switch. I'm just going to turn it over to RX. And you're going to see here channel 1, and then also there at the top it says group A. So the groups are right here. So if I press, for instance, group B, you're going to see it's going over to group B. There's group C and group D. So I'm going to make the Nikon SB910 my group A flash. Now at the moment there's just these little stripes or dotted lines there. We need to assign this flash to this unit. So right here in the front there's a menu button. I'm going to press that, and then I'm going to scroll with this button right here, or this dial, until I see choose profile. Now at the moment it's set to manual flash. So I can either press the OK here, or I can just press on this dial. It's a shortcut key, very handy. And I can say, right, there's Canon, there's Nikon, and there's Pentax. So I'm going to go to the Nikon one, select that one, and then run through all the flashes until I see the Nikon SB910. So there's the 910. I'm going to select it, and it says use. And I also need to turn the flash on and make sure that your flash is in TTL mode. And I'm just going to press or click on the use. The flash will fire. You'll notice the flash is now being controlled by the Cactus V6, and it says there SB910, something which is actually pretty amazing. This V6 is powering this flash now, or not powering, controlling this flash so intensely that even if I turn the power off on the SB910, the flash doesn't even turn off. Pretty amazing. Okay, so now this one is set up. Let's do the next one. Okay, now for our second speedlight flash, I've got the Canon 430EX. Now first I'm going to turn on the units at the back, switch it down to RX. You can see channel 1, but now this one I'm going to put as group B. So I just press the B button on the side of a unit, and now this will be assigned to group B. Again, you got your little dotted lines there, so I need to assign the flash now. I'm going to go to the menu button here in the front, press it, take the dial, run it until I see choose profile, select it, and then scroll to Canon. Select again, and then run through the flashes until you see Canon 430EX. Click on it, and then make sure your flash is turned on, and also the flash must be in TTL mode. And then click on it, and as you can see, it's now synced to the flash. Okay, the V6 that's connected to the camera, to use this, we must first turn the unit on, but turn it to TX, not RX, because this one will be the transmitter. The two flashes are set to RX because they are receiving. So to decide here, just flip it up to TX. You'll notice when the unit turns on, it says channel 1, and then group A and group B, and in group A and group B are also highlighted right here. When you look at the flashes, you'll see also both of them are on channel 1. Now you can use any of the 16 channels, but they must be on the same channels. If they're not running the same channel, just press the menu button right here, and you're going to see there channel 1. The dial right here, you can turn around, just press it in, and you'll see it'll highlight, it'll say 1, and you can just turn this dial and run through all the 16 channels. So just make sure that you are using the same channel on all the units, otherwise it won't work. This is when someone else might have the same units and you're finding that you're triggering each other's flashes, then you just change your channel to a different channel than the other person is using. Okay, so once that is set, just go out of the menu. Then you're going to see flash A and flash B, or group A and group B, and as you can see there, it's the SB910 on group A and then the 430X on group B. When I want to change the power levels of these two groups, I'm first going to show you when you go to the menu. You press the menu button here, you go through the menu options here, you're going to reach EV step. This is very important. When you select this, when you press this dial in, you've got third steps or third increments, 10 increments, and also in half increments. I prefer to have mine on third increments, but sometimes I do use the 10 increments as well, which is very nice, but most of the time I'm going to be on third increments. So just go out of the menu. Then say I want to turn off a specific flash. I'm going to show now how to set the power levels, but say for instance I don't want to have the Canon flash turned on, I only want to use the Nikon flash. It's as simple as just pressing the B group here. Just press the button, you'll see there'll be 3 little lines right there telling you that flash is now turned off. And when you look at the Canon flash, you'll also see on group B there are also no power levels there indicated on that Cactus V6 as well. So when I want to turn it back on, I just press B, and you'll notice on this unit it turns on. You can see there fourth power or quarter power, and if you look on the flash as well, it says there quarter power. Okay, so when we want to change both of these power levels, you can just turn this dial and you'll see that both of these power levels are updating. So here we've got, say, both running at full power, and if you look on the two flashes, you'll see they're also running full power. When I turn the dial on this unit, you'll notice when you check the flash units, you'll notice those flashing lights, and both of them are updating the same settings that you are seeing here. This is very cool. It's so easy to do. I'm just turning the dial here, and as I'm getting the new power levels, they're appearing there on the flashes as well. Okay, say I decided I want to maybe run group A, I want to maybe have at 8th power, but then I decided that I want to have group B at maybe 32nd power. Now, to do that, there are two ways. You can first hold in the group B, and you'll notice after a second or so it will highlight, and then you can turn this dial and you can take it now to, say, 32nd power. When you're done, just press group B again and it will take that highlight away. But there's a very cool shortcut for this. You can also hold it in, and then while you hold it in, okay, I was talking too much and I hold it in for too long. While you press the group B and you turn the dial, you can see I can adjust the power levels of the group B without having to wait for it to highlight. And if I want to go over to group A, I just go to group A and then also turn the dial. So it's important you don't wait, say, a second or so. You need to immediately turn the dial when you press in either group A or group B. And that's the shortcut to control these two power levels. And when you want to set both at the same time, you just turn the dial and it's going to have a global adjustment across both of these two units. When you want to test to see if the unit is firing, there's a button right here on the front. If you press that, you'll see there both flashes are firing. You can see the green lights going off, and you can also see the flash in the background as these flashes are firing. So it's very easy to adjust the different groups and also the power levels on the go. Okay, our V6s are set up and ready to go. And as you can see, Cactus has made this really very simple with the V6 units, from assigning the specific flash profile to the unit that you want to use, and then coming to your camera and just switching it over to TX, being able to control the different groups, changing only a specific group, the flash power of that group, or changing them all at the same time, being able to adjust the EV steps to even a 10th increment. That's just awesome. Okay, so if you're watching these videos on YouTube and you like what you see, then click that subscribe button and get all these awesome episodes as they come out. Okay, so that's all for this video. And Camera World are the sponsors of this series. So if you live in South Africa, please give them a call. They ship throughout South Africa if you're interested in buying these units. And then for my overseas viewers who are watching this series of videos, go to the Cactus website and just go look for the nearest supplier or distributor or shop that are selling these units near you. And then, yeah, that's all for this episode. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.